I welcome you all for the course Grammar and Usage for Undergraduates. In this module, we are going to learn the topic Degrees of Comparison. There are 3 degrees of comparison in our language. There are positive, comparative and superlative degree. When we are changing from positive into comparative, we have some rules. Before enter into that, we learn what is positive, comparative and superlative. Positive denotes or explains one person or one thing. Comparative means it compares 2 things or 2 persons. Superlative means it compares more than 2 persons or more than 2 things. For all the 3 degrees, we are using adjectives in the sentences. The adjectives is changing when we are using comparative and superlative. For that, we have 5 rules. Let's see the 5 rules now. First one, if you are taking the word colorful, colorful can be used as it is in positive degree. Colorful is an adjective, we can use as it is in positive degree. But for comparative, we have to use the word more. More colorful, and for superlative we have to add most colorful. Because colorful, just pronounce the word colorful. It has more than 1 syllable in the word, right? For that we have to use more for comparative and most for superlative. Take another word, truthful. Again, it has more than 1 syllabic word, truthful. For that also we have to use more for comparative and most for superlative. From this we understand that for more than 1 syllabic word, we have to use more for comparative and most for superlative. Let's move on to the next rule. Take the word thick. Thick. Thick can be used as it is in positive degree. Just pronounce the word thick. It is pronounced only once. It's a 1 syllabic word. For this 1 syllabic word, we have to add ER for comparative and make it as thicker, and EST for superlative degree. Thick, thicker for comparative, thickest for superlative. From this we understand that for 1 syllabic adjective, we have to use or add ER for comparative and EST for superlative degree. Next move on to third rule. Take the word thin, T-H-I-N, thin. Thin. Thin can be used as it is in positive. When we are going to take the word in comparative, we have to change. Let's see that thin. It's also a 1 syllabic word. Thin. For this word, we have to add one more consonant like T-H-I-N, thin, thinner, double N can be added in comparative and superlative. And we have to follow ER for comparative and EST for superlative. Thin, doubling the consonant, doubling the last consonant letter. When it's a last letter is a consonant, then we have to double. Have to rewrite the letter. Thin, thinner, thinnest. Take another word, hot. Hot, consonant T sound. So hotter, H-O-T-T-E-R for comparative, hottest. For superlative degree. Next move on to a 4th rule, pretty. Take the word pretty. Pretty can be used as it is in positive. Take the word pretty, P-R-E-T-T-Y. The last letter is Y. The Y is changed into I in comparative. So I-E-R for comparative, I-E-S-T for superlative. Pretty, prettier, prettiest. The rule is the last letter, if it is Y, then we have to change into I. That's all. So pretty, prettier, prettiest. Happy. So happier for comparative, happiest for superlative. Next move on to the last rule. It's an irregular form. For example, good is used in positive means, for comparative we have to use better. In irregular form, there is no connectivity between the base adjective. Everything is different. So like good, better, best. Good for positive, better for Comparative, best for superlative. Take another word, bad. Bad for positive, worse for comparative, worst for superlative. Little, okay, little for positive, less, least. Okay, old, older or elder, or oldest or eldest. Far, further, furthest. Like that we can write it. Okay, first we have to learn the rules, then only we can change or transform from one degree to another. Let's move on to positive degree. Okay, it talks about one person or one thing. That is positive degree. For example, rose is beautiful. Okay, the flower is beautiful. Jasmine is beautiful. Okay, you are talking about only one thing here. Okay, rose is beautiful, that's all. The building is tall. Okay, jasmine is beautiful, that's all. This building is as tall as the other one. Like that also we can write the positive degree. This building is as tall as the other one. Okay, this biscuit is as sweet as the chocolate. So it is compulsory to have to use as sweet as. So as adjective, as must be there in positive degree. Okay, for comparative degree, it compares two things or more than two things or two persons. Okay, it compares two things or two persons. Let's see an example for that. Chocolates. Okay, chocolates are sweeter than biscuits. For comparative degree, we are talking about or comparing two things or two persons. Then what to do? We have to follow the rule. For example, sweet is a main adjective. For comparative, we have to use ER. Sweet is a one syllabic word, so we are adding sweeter. After that, we have to use the word than. Okay, this is must in comparative degree. So, chocolates are sweeter than biscuits. Okay. Next, we will see one more example. This building is tall. Okay, tall is the root adjective. So, tall is one syllabic word. So, we are adding ER for comparative. This building is taller than that. Okay. So, for comparative means it compares two things or two persons. Then we must add than in the sentence. Next, move on to superlative degree. It compares more than two persons or more than two things. Okay, let's see one example. This is the tallest. Okay, tallest. One syllabic word, so we are adding EST. This is the tallest building in this town. This is superlative degree. Okay, this degree we are going to change or transform into comparative. Let's see how can we do that. This building is taller than, okay, any other. We have to use the keyword any other. Okay, taller than is a regular usage. Added to that, we have to use this keyword any other. This building is taller than any other building in this town. For positive, we have to use as, right? We also go with that. For positive degree, we have to use the keyword no other. In comparative, we used any other. The any other is changed into no other in positive. Okay, no other building in this town as tall as this building. So, in positive we use tall, comparative we use taller than, and for superlative tallest. Okay, next move on to the rules. Okay, we will see one more word. No other man was as strong as Hulk. Okay, no other keyword as strong as. So, in between as and as we are using strong adjective. This is positive case. Okay, so no other man was as strong as Hulk. We are changing into comparative. Take the object Hulk. Hulk was stronger. Okay, strong. One syllabic word. So we are adding ER. Then adding than. Hulk was stronger than any other man. No other is changed into any other. This is for comparative. Next, move on to superlative. Hulk was the strongest man in the world. Okay, we'll see one more example. No other girl is as intelligent as Sita. Okay, as intelligent as. So, Sita is more intelligent. So, intelligent is a more than one syllabic word. So, we are adding more. So, more intelligent than for comparative. Sita is more intelligent than any other girl. For superlative, Sita is the most, okay, the most intelligent girl in the class. Okay, next move on to Another example with some other keyword like very few. Okay, we have to use very few in positive. Okay, let's see that. Very few Indian writers were as popular as R.K. Narayan. Okay, previously we have seen no other, any other into no other. Now we are moving to very few. Okay, R.K. Narayan was more popular than most other Indian writers. So very few for positive is changed into most other in comparative. Okay, R.K. Narayan was more popular than most other Indian writers. Okay, for superlative we are going to see that. Okay, R.K. Narayan was one of the most popular Indian writers. Okay, very few and most other, one of the, like that we have to include in all the 3 degree forms. Next, move on to negatives. Chennai is not the expensive city in Tamil Nadu. Okay, Chennai is not, not negative sentence. Chennai is not the expensive city in Tamil Nadu. Okay, not expensive. Okay, Chennai is not more expensive than many other cities in Tamil Nadu. Okay, expensive, more expensive than for comparative. Not is used as it is, but the not is changed in positive case. We are adding at least as. Okay, we must add in the positive degree. Few other cities in India are at least as expensive as Chennai. Okay, for negative, in positive case, we have to use this keyword at least as. So, few other cities in Tamil Nadu are expensive, or at least as expensive as Chennai. So, at least is for not negative case. Okay, let's sum up the module. Here we learnt 3 types of degrees with examples. The degrees are used to compare 2 or more things and persons. Okay, observe the rules and use it correctly. Thank you and happy learning.